What's up, y'all? This is Ty. Happy New Year. It is 2018. This is my first video for 2018. A brother has been busy. 2017 has been good to me, was good to me. I was working. I was taking care of my children. I'm handling my finances. I am doing a little bit of acting. I've got a lot of singing gigs that I've done. I've been working out, really getting my body in shape. But you know what I noticed? Whenever I do these videos and I look back on these videos, I always look ugly and scrawny. I always look terrible. But I promise you, I look so much better in person. I don't know. It just doesn't look at. It just doesn't. It doesn't. These videos don't do me justice. That's all I'm saying. I just always, every time I review the videos, I'm like, oh, you look funny. I always look funny. But anyway, enough about me. This ain't about me. I am here to review Spike Lee's new series, which debuted in November. And you know, yes, I'm late. Sue me. She's Gotta Have It. Now, if you don't know, She's Gotta Have It is actually a reboot from his 1986 debut film of the same name. And the premise of She's Gotta Have It is about a young lady named Nola Darling. She's an artist, and she is dating three guys at the same time. Three guys at the same time. And when this movie debuted in '86, this was controversial. This was a big deal because you didn't see a lot of that on the screen, especially with a black woman character, a black lead. You didn't see that on screen. And it was, you know, it's a big deal. A woman dating three men at the same time. She's labeled a slut, a hoe, a freak, or this or that. You know, she can't, you know, there's labels that go on her. It's double standards. Because if a dude does it, he's a player, he's the man, he's the Mac, all this other stuff. You know, he's glorified for it, but a woman is shamed. And that was what Spike was tackling in '86. And though times have changed and we do see a lot more female characters and a lot more women out here being bold and doing things, to me this show is still important here in 2017 and 2018 because those labels are still there on women. Regardless of, you know, some progress that we have made, there are still labels on women where people are like, oh, she's a freak or she's a hoe and she's a this, judging her because she decides to date around and sleep around and all that. It's still happening. With that being said, Nola is dating three guys. She's dating Jamie Overstreet, a investment banker who is married. He's in a bad marriage with his little stuck-up wife, who I do not like at all. He has a son with her. He's living in the basement. It's just a hot mess, just a real hot mess. Jamie Overstreet is played by Lyric Bennett, I believe that's his name. There's Greer Childs, the over-the-top, conceited, annoying, full of himself. He wants to marry himself. He's a model and photographer, just really annoying. A funny scene though, how long it took him, you know, when they were about to have sex and he's like crawling on the floor. I'm like, wow, he's really over the top and really full of himself. But I know some people like that. I know somebody that's conceited like that. Only difference is they don't have anything else going for themselves. They just think they look good. But that's a whole nother story. And then there's Mars Blackman, who is played by Anthony Ramos. Did I say Greer Childs was played by Cleo Anthony? Okay, all right. So Mars Blackman is played by Anthony Ramos. I was more concerned with this character, or mostly concerned with this character, because this is the character we know Spike Lee to play. He's played him in the original film, and he also had commercials with him and Michael Jordan back in the day. So these were big shoes to fill. But I must say, Anthony Ramos has done an excellent job. I think his character steals every scene that he's in. They've updated it this time. Mars Blackman is half Puerto Rican. This guy is hilarious, and every scene that he's in, he just steals the scene to me. I really like his character. And if I must say, if I had to pick one guy for Nola, it would be Mars, because I just think he really, he's the right one. He just seems like a nice guy for her. Also rounding out the cast is the lesbian Opal that she had a relationship with, and who is also Mars's ex-girlfriend. Lots of little twists there. Now, Many people did not like this series. A few of my friends didn't like it. They didn't get it. I actually sat and binge watched it. I'll say the first episode was a little slow and a little weird to me, but this is a show you have to stick with. I recommend binge watching because it gets better with each episode. It's a little uneven, but this show has a lot to say. There's messages here, and I enjoyed that with the show. Some of the things I enjoyed, you get typical Spike Lee, the dolly shots. You get the monologues that he has, with the person is, direct camera monologues, looking at you, telling the story. I like all of that. The music is great. There's a score by Bruce Hornsby, and also the theme song, which is also in the original movie, was done by Spike's father, Bill Lee. Excellent, beautiful score, and all the music that they're playing throughout the series. I did find in the beginning it to be a bit distracting how every time a song played, they would show the album cover from that song. But then I got used to it. At first I felt like it was taking me out of the show, but I got used to it, so I kind of like that. So anyway, Nola is an artist, and she has, she's an artist. She's a strong woman. She's behind the rent. She's independent. She wants to date these three guys. An incident happens that kind of changes her, and that incident is she gets harassed on the street and almost attacked. The guy grabs on her. That causes her to make these street art that she just puts up, a series of different street art. I believe it was called she did street posters. My Name Isn't Baby Girl. And that's inspired by the Stop Telling Women to Smile series by Tatiana F, because I can't pronounce her name. I'll just put her name at the bottom. That Tatiana, who is also the show's art consultant. Now, this show, Nola, I found her to be very outspoken, very independent. She doesn't want anything from a man. She wants to do things her way. She doesn't want to be labeled, but also found her a little bit selfish and quite annoying. There's certain episodes where I was rooting for her, and there's certain episodes where I was like, what is wrong with this girl? I'll give you an example. There's an episode where Mars helps her take her artwork to a gallery, and he goes out of his way to help her. And then she, in turn, asks him not to come in. She doesn't invite him to the art show. That annoyed me. And I found her a little bit whiny and a little bit annoying. But other than that, I like the character. I want to see more of her. Some things I did not like. I did not like the subplot with the friend. There's a friend who goes and has butt implants, and there's a scene that happens, and that scene just kind of, a few episodes in, I don't want to spoil too much, but there's a scene with a butt implant and an incident, and the scene was just a little too ridiculous and over the top, and to me did not seem to fit in with the rest of the show. I know he was trying to make a message, they were trying to make a message, but it just came off all wrong, and it came off like a disaster. That was something I was like, not really feeling that. Like I said, some things work, some things don't. There's a lot of messages here: sexism, racism, gentrification. I like how they it's almost a tribute to Brooklyn, and being someone who's from Brooklyn, go Brooklyn, go Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn. To see the old neighborhoods and how they've changed with gentrification and how things have changed, that was a good plus. There's also a beautiful Prince tribute in here. There's a message and basically regarding Trump and the different changes. So there were also certain things in this that had those typical Spike Lee touches to them. For instance, the show within a show about the the booties and all that, it reminded me of Bamboozle. And then the racial issues, certain things it reminded me of Do the Right Thing. And one thing I did like was the bed, Nola Darling's bed. But you know what? I'm always, is it just me? All those candles on the headboard of the bed, you doing all that freaking and getting on. I would be concerned. I know it's just, I'm always silly like this, but I would be concerned about all those damn candles and we rocking and getting it on in the bed. And one of them candles fall, it's a wrap. The whole place is on fire. That's what I was like. I like that bed, but I was like, all these damn candles. Who got time to light all these candles? And what's going to happen if one of them fall? If I was dating her, I'd be like, no, can we not have the candles on while we having sex? Because it's like 100 candles on your bed, on your headboard. And yeah, I know I'm goofy like that. I just noticed that. I was like, that's when you know I like a show. When I start looking at things be in the background, I'm like, that bed, that's a fire hazard. I don't know. The smoke alarm might go. No, can we just get? I like the bed though. I like it. I do like it, but I don't think I don't know. Anyway. Lot going on here. I'm trying not to spoil it, but I found it to be bold, thought-provoking, and it challenges you. It makes you think, it makes you question certain things. Me and my friends had many debates. That's why I said it was thought-provoking, because we had debates on how we're labeling people as, whores and this and that and the third. So I'm looking forward. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought it had its flaws. Sometimes it was a bit uneven. Sometimes the comedy didn't work. But the message was also there. There's a teacher who is a principal there when Nola gets a job. And there's a principal who kind of takes her under her wing and explains to her past. There's a lot going on in the show. I don't want to spoil too much, but I really enjoyed it. And I just found out this week that it's been renewed for a second season. So congratulations. I'll be watching for season 2. What I would like to see in season 2, I would like for there to be just, let's see. For season 2, I would like to see a backstory on Mars. I would like to see more about Mars and his family. Like what drives him. I really like that character. I think he's very interesting. And a little bit more of Nola's other friends. I would like to see more of her other friends that they introduced early on, but they really didn't deal with. They just dealt with the one girl who had the butt implants. Other than that, I like the show. I thought it was good. Tell me your thoughts. What did you think of Spike Lee's She's Gotta Have It? I enjoyed it. That's it for now. Stay blessed. Please like, comment, and subscribe.